All right, y'all, we're back for the credit series and we're talking about bad credit today. So this is part 3. Bad credits are essentially anything from when you go past due with the original debtor, collections, or charge-offs. Just know that anytime you go from being in debt with a particular company or lender, just know that after 180 days, it becomes a charge-off, typically. Now, once that goes as a charge-off, this is probably going to be your first step to eliminating that as soon as possible, because the next impact is going to be a collection. That's a double whammy. That means you're going to get hit twice for the same debt, same liability, and it's going to drag down your credit score. Normally, it's going to be somewhere in the ballpark of 70 to 100 points versus just the initial 10 to 30 points, right? And so you definitely want to take action early and often when it comes to these type of liabilities. Now, you are still responsible for the debt, so don't think that you can just ignore it and forget all about it, because it doesn't work that way. But a foreclosure, yeah, that one you'll definitely see actually impact and stay on for a while. So you really won't have much you can do in those circumstances. You can always try to reach out to the original debtor and see if they're willing to negotiate with you on any of those terms. Now, if it is something where you are dealing with a repossession of a vehicle, which is very common, unfortunately, is you definitely, especially in our economy right now, you definitely want to make sure that you address these things with the original company if possible, right? If you have a Lexus, a Honda, a Ford, a GMC, address it directly with them. Ask them to go ahead and see if they're willing to negotiate to offset that remaining balance that was left over after the repossession. If there isn't, right, because they sold it off an auction and there's like a balance, let's say of $10,000, they may be willing to settle or agree to a lesser amount of maybe $3,000 that they'd be willing to take as a settlement offer. Now that would put you guys in the driver's seat, eliminate it from going any further onto your credit and having further impacts. So those are my suggestions to you on the repossession. So again, keep in consideration that we do have some forms. I'm gonna go ahead and drop them into a Google Drive for you guys so you can download them and then reutilize them if necessary. But just know, these are going to be key points that you're gonna definitely be addressing with each and every one of these companies as they become early stages. Once they reach their later stages, sometimes it's not worth dealing with them. Once you've already been in it for 4 to 5, 6, 7 years, right? Because it's going to fall off after year 7. So once let's say if you're at post 5 years, just leave it alone. It's not gonna help you right now. But anything prior to that, definitely address, correct it immediately, and you will see immediate results, usually within 6 months of taking action on these things. Okay, so if you guys have questions, comment below. Talk to you soon.